Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the High and Low Show, brought to you by Keeping Up with the Castle. On this week's episode, me and Brendan are going to be talking about our top two favorite appetizers on Walt Disney World property that we have actually tried. So not just from hearsay, things that we have actually tried, that we are in love with, that we want to recommend to you guys out there. So you probably heard me say this a million times, but we love food. We're very excited to talk about this, and my mouth's watering. I have to go back now. I have to make a new vacation already just thinking about these appetizers. So we will catch you guys in a minute and let you know our thoughts. All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Colin here, as always, joined with me, Brendan. How you doing?
Doing fantastic, thinking about food, talking about food.
Yeah, Disney appetizers, man. And we had to, obviously, even when we go there a lot, we recognize Disney very well. We had to sit there and scroll through the hundreds of restaurants on Disney property because there's a lot, the resorts, the parks, springs, it's things you forget about. So we did make sure we did our research before this. And we're excited to talk about this. So I'm going to have Brendan begin with his first. I'm pumped. Go ahead, man.
So I'm going to start with Takumi Wagyu bone marrow appetizer from Takumi Tai. It comes in at $29.
So worth it.
It's so worth it. It comes with braised Wagyu short rib, wazu kosho, and wasabi wishu. I'm not sure how to say it.
Beriso or shita.
Yeah.
It's Wagyu bone marrow.
Yeah, it's Wagyu bone marrow with the braised short rib. The bone's, about a foot long, maybe a little less, 8 inches.
Probably 8 to 10 inches.
Fantastic. You kind of scoop it up. It's kind of gelatinous.
Yeah. You
get the short rib. The taste is amazing. If you've ever had bone marrow, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It's not the most usual texture. It is a little bit different.
Interesting texture, but filled with flavor.
Yeah, filled with, it has that beefy flavor, especially with the braised beef. And the Wagyu's just melts in your mouth, just like any Wagyu that you would get. Thinking about it, I need to go back to Takumi Tai and go get that.
I want to go there real bad. We need to either go back, or I would tell my father that I need to take him there because he would love this place. But the things we can't read, I think those are the sauces that came on the side. You guys are seeing in the picture, the orange and the green sauce, the wasabi shiso and all that. That was an incredible appetizer, and atmosphere, which I almost said. But I can totally see why Brendan picked that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to beat. I think not a lot of people have been there yet. Right. Or it's still kind of new, maybe a year and a half, 2 years old, with with all this stuff.
And then 6 months, 7 months closure. 6 months. The incredible place, again, that's at Takumi Tai in the Japan Pavilion in Epcot. My first appetizer, and there's no specific order between our two, I don't think. No. We're just kind of following them how we wrote them down to remind us of what's in them. But mine's going to be the crispy mac and cheese bites from Wine Bar George inside of Disney Springs.
These were very good.
Incredible appetizer. We've had them together. Me and Audrey had them last 2 weekends ago, and they're just incredible. It's obviously a fried mac and cheese bite breaded on top of a tomato nage sauce, and there's shaved pecorino on top. Mm-hmm. Incredibly well done. The balance of the texture, the creaminess to the crunch, the flavor, the pecorino on top, the mild tomato sauce underwards to complement it all. I mean, you guys are seeing this, oh my gosh, these.
It's just like
it's comfort.
It's comfort. It's almost like a mozzarella steak on steroids.
That's exactly
instead of mozzarella and mac and cheese, and then just cooked to perfection.
Yeah, and it's a wonderfully done mac and cheese inside there. I wonder what it's even like on its own. But this is something that, for the most part, whether you can get seated at your table at Wine Bar George and pass people. And if you're being nosy and looking at people's tables,
Colin and I would be. I'm a nosy person when I'm eating, so
they're all having the mac and cheese bites, and it's things people write about. Disney Food Blog's obsessed with it. The media's obsessed with it. The fried mac and cheese bites are incredible, and I forgot to mention they are $12 for an appetizer, and you get the 4 of them. It's not the biggest portion, but it's quality, and it's something you'll remember forever.
Yeah.
Very good. You want to go ahead and do your second?
So next is the beer and cheese soup from California Grill. This is a more recent adventure. Maybe that's why it's hitting home a little bit more. But the beer and cheese soup is super creamy, obviously. It has a good flavor. It comes with the bread on the side. And then you also have the bread service on the side. So you have extra bread. You just keep on scooping the soup in your mouth.
And it's it's like the braided roll, as you guys saw in the photo. Or maybe you're seeing it right now. But.
And then you get the other bread too. And it's just like...
You get the extra bread, yeah.
It's just one of the most fantastic things. It just is so creamy and cheesy. It's just very hard to beat.
Is it all blended, or was there potato? I see there's a potato celery root foam. That sounds cool.
It was just kind of. It was all good. You can't honestly. All I tasted was
the cheese soup.
The cheese soup definitely overtakes everything. You don't really get much of the heirloom apple. You don't. You just get a lot of beer and cheese, and you get the garlic, a little bit of that. You do get hints of it, but it's not the most powerful thing. It's definitely the cheese, obviously.
It looked incredible when he had it. I didn't
and
try
this is $16, and did I not give you a bite? I might have not have, because I probably just dumped it down my throat.
I don't think so. I remember when we took a photo, Brendan already had eaten off of the braided roll and eaten some of the soup. We got a great picture of your sashimi that day. Somehow he didn't eat that, but he just dove headfirst into the soup.
Yes.
But no, it looked fantastic, and it's California Grill. Can it be bad? Probably not.
And that's honestly...
It's gotta be
for
good.
a California Grill, and for most restaurants in Disney, you get a big portion of this soup. It was not like a small little soup.
Cup and a half.
Yeah, it was a good bit of soup, and I definitely enjoyed it.
You guys can hear Aspen, Brendan Jordan Shepherd saying hello to somebody. Next up and last for me is going to be something I'm obsessed with. Easily my number one. Honestly, any restaurant can come out with anything. They can't beat this. This is the number one on a lot of people's list. If you follow a lot of Disney food bloggers, stuff like that. The bacon and eggs appetizer, only served at dinner at the Wave restaurant in the Contemporary Resort. So not only is it at the Contemporary, the original tried and true resort, steps away from the Magic Kingdom, it's incredible. So this is actually a slow poached egg. I'm not going to guess the number, but it's cooked for hours or something like that. It's sous vide, so it's not just regular poached. So it's a sous vide.
And if you know what sous vide is, it's pretty much a vacuum sealed bag, and then it's dropped in water, and it's cooked.
The water cooks to a temperature almost like boiling or something, but it's much. You have full control to the degree of what that water is going to be.
Yep.
You can cook it at the right temperature, where you can do it low and slow, and man, it makes the most just delicious, fluffy, creamy, runny egg. If you're into that, but it's going to be sitting on top of these Tillamook cheddar cheesy grits. Tillamook specifically, it's incredible. And then you have a big old piece of maple lacquered pork belly next to it. So not just pork belly, and it's a really good cut. So a nice ratio to fat to meat.
Yeah.
It's all rendered, cooked properly. There's none of it you have to cut and put away. You can eat all of it. And the maple lacquered is almost like crystallized on it.
They definitely probably get a little torch or put it on a salamander at the end.
Yeah, me and my father had this, and we were blown away. I tend to, when I eat a lot, just get involved. Wow, I love this. This is the best thing ever. My dad's a little more taken back, and he was like, no, you're right. This is incredible. So,
this is something I definitely need to try. I haven't been to the Wave for dinner yet. That's why I haven't had it. I go for breakfast more often.
It's a great breakfast place. It's convenient, right up there. But anyways, the Wave, the bacon and eggs, easily, hands down, my favorite. We had a few that we really wanted to put in this.
And if you just want to, just quick shout out, what's your third favorite thing? Just super quick, just name it and where it is.
Probably the Brazilian cheese bread from Skipper Canteen. Skipper Canteen. I was going to do the bread service at Sanaa, but I remembered last minute on the secret menu that they're not doing during the pandemic, the Brazilian cheese bread with the chimichurri cream sauce at Skipper Canteen. If it was permanent, it would be on my top two. But the bread service at Sanaa is incredible. 5 different naans, 8 or 9 sauces and hummuses.
I'm just going to have to go with basic bread service that you kind of pay for, I guess, is at the Boathouse. The bread with
That's a good one. And it comes with your meal.
It's kind of free, even though you're paying for the rest of your meal. That's a great one at the Boathouse. It's
glazed with a honey butter sauce, and then it has some good rock salt on it. Oh man, that's good. That's good. Definitely. But anyways, let us know in the comments what you guys think. What are your favorite appetizers? Have you tried any of the 4, maybe the honorable mentions we've mentioned? I know... gosh, I'm going crazy. These sound incredible. I'm excited to go back already to get some of these apps and some new ones, but let us know what you think. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you have not already to see more upcoming content whenever it comes out. But we do want to hear your thoughts. What are your favorite apps? Or do you think any of these were terrible when you had them? I'd love to hear that, just so
say that.
we need to talk to that chef and see what's going on, because these are amazing appetizers. All jokes aside, though, thank you guys so much for following along. We'll catch you guys next time on the High and Low Show from Keeping Up the Castle. Take care, everybody.